is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Whew. Alright, well, I have three amazing animes to talk about, so if you aren't already subscribed here, what are you doing, man? Um, we're starting it off with Slime, of course, my favorite show that's come out of 2018, and truly, somehow the least dark episode this week. I mean, even Mob Psycho 100's second episode was pretty dark. But let's get straight into this. We had so much things going on when it came down to just listening to the whole entire alliance coming to what it's going to be. Pretty much Rimuru being the top gun, the head honcho of it all. It's funny to me to think that he expected anything less from the dryad girl or whatever, the forest lady. Like he, I was surprised he even expected that she would step up and would want to take leadership over the alliance, because she straight up came to him pretty much asking for him to deal with the threat. Not to mention, she did show up in the fight and didn't do, I don't think, exactly what she wanted to overall. So, to have all those different things go not in her favor, and then to think that she then had someone that she knew had a much better chance than herself, all of it work out. I mean, she knew that Rim was much better candidate suited to fight the orc lord, but as soon as he wins that fight, he pretty much still thinks that she would take over and protect the forest as she has been. Uh, excuse me, I just woke up. And expected, this girl to pretty much step up and take over, but I thought it was perfect the way that she played it out. Like she straight up stepped up before even some of the other people and dubbed the which when everybody can acknowledge one character, I really appreciate that aspect. Like she is pretty much exactly how she's supposed to be in the sense of when someone hears her name, when someone sees her, it's pretty clear what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, bow down. You're supposed to understand that this person is on a maybe higher level of understanding of life and stuff like that. And seemingly, she has so much respect all over the world. And I thought that was a really cool aspect to show when even the king himself pretty much acknowledges that, okay, if this person is on the side of the slime, the same person that supposedly evolved all these orcs into high orcs and all these other monsters are aligned under his rule, and then you see her, the person that's protecting the forest and actually is fair about it, fair to humans seemingly and fair to everybody, um, as long as you're good to the forest, it honestly gives me like that instant like, oh, okay, yeah, they know what they're doing with these characters. All of them seemingly are acting according to what I would expect in these types of situations. But not to mention that with what happened to the lizard men, for them to accept it, like, and to pretty much like move on, it was more of like a power play more than like actual submitting, in my opinion, just because uh, it's like what could they do against Rim? You know what I mean? Like what could they do against any of those people that truly have the power to just wipe out tons and tons of your people without even you having a chance to blink type of deal. So it was funny to me to even think that he had like an option in the choice to not go again to be in the alliance or not to be, and pretty much get bodied if you aren't. I really saw this show coming to uh, uh, excuse me. I saw it coming to a quick conclusion when it came down to understanding that, Rim is very powerful. People follow his command because not only is he powerful, he's seemingly very kind at heart and loves to just have, um, everybody being treated the same. So it only came naturally to me to then see him create a whole entire world based on how he himself wanted to be treated, um, and how he was treating everybody else around him, even a dragon which could have destroyed him. Things like that that really make you already kind of understand that this character had quite a bit of good features about him already, and that he was willing to, show and dedicate to everybody, in the sense of like he's not gonna do something for someone that he wouldn't do for someone else. And I think it was one of the most biggest power moves of all times for this guy who has horses like Pegasus horses freaking flying in, all of these different things that if that's the case, and he's still bowing down to the whim of Rim, it just kind of shows you that he knew what he was doing before, um, he even, did something wrong in that aspect. And that's a smart character. His whole entire kingdom and having more people be not envious, but be better off when it comes down to if their kingdom is ever just attacked, they literally have another nation they can run to, and the king who trusts the other nation's leader 100%, you now have two homes practically. And not only that, you're making both of them prosper. You're making them both prosper much bigger, with each other than you are alone. So these are just little things that, um, the show like kind of touches upon of me really just kind of absorbing it and putting it into the bigger picture for myself. Is this is going to lead down a much harder road for Rim, simply because not only are you taking on your problems, and you just took on the whole entire forest's problem when it came down to a war. Now, guess what you're going to have to keep continuously taking on is maybe even the problems of a whole entire nation, not to mention your own. So it's this really cool thing that they like to do with these shows, which, I don't know if a lot of people notice, but you always got to raise the stakes, right? And what better way to raise the stakes than to have a whole entire nation now looking at you, now hoping that you have everything taken care of. And if you don't have things taken care of, that means the nation itself is in jeopardy. So, not only did Rim save people and do it in style, and not only, and then get this super dope battle with the king, uh, and us learning that the king himself was trained by, one of Rim's people, and he literally could easily probably surpass the king in my opinion, because he has way more potential now and time, compared to the king, which seemingly was a little boy at one point and now has become what he is now. Mind you, he's not going to get named by Rim, which if I say that and he actually gets named by Rim, I swear to God, that'd be ridiculous. But the one thing I was gonna kind of throw as a question, and to help everybody not get spoiled if you don't want to know the same thing I'm gonna ask, but is it only monsters that become, oh God, is it only monsters that become stronger when you give them names, or is there ever been a case when we give humans names? Or is it like every single race in this entire world gets a name, they get stronger, or is it only the monster clan, races? So, uh, that was one interesting thing to me, and I couldn't recall if you know, those, because there's the villagers, you know, because not to mention humans are always named, you know, like when before we're born, or sometimes even when we're born, we get named, you know. So to think that someone else naming them would do anything when they've already been named, but they're probably not named by anybody powerful, just their parents, unless their parents were gods or something like that. That's just my question. I could go on forever thinking of ways that it could work, but to be fair, I just don't have the actual answer. So, with that, let me know how what you guys are feeling in this week's episode, my anime people. It's been quite an interesting road of anime, which I have been just adoring this whole time because not only do I get to watch a whole bunch of shows, I get to watch them and talk to people that love them just as much as me, if not maybe more. So I think that is what really kind of pushes me to wake up even early and get some of these videos out to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you think about this whole Monster Nation now, not to mention the fact that we should be seeing a good standing of just what Rim could possibly learn, like in the sense of making his own making his own sword style and stuff like that. I did kind of want to play Soul Calibur and play with my Rim character, but I've already done that, and it would have just felt like the content was already created or something, in my opinion. And I like to let you guys know that I play this game, like as I'm playing this right now, I'm literally just talking to you guys, doing this in a one shot. So that's where I feel like the talent of my videos and fun really comes into, because I get to play these games I love and enjoy, not to mention talk to you about one of the best animes out there that I can also pretty much get to gloat and talk about with you guys too as well. So with that, I will talk to you guys in the next one. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop either Mob Psycho or Dodo, or like I forgot how to pronounce that anime that just came out, the demon one. Either one I will be posting soon, but they will both be coming out today. So regardless of which one comes first, just make sure you guys are subscribed and got the notification bells on so you get instantly notified once I drop it. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for the support. I will continue to grind like I do, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Alright, everybody. Peace.